I don't think when you think about like a school newspaper, you really understand how deep it goes. It's a lot of taking charge and a lot of overseeing, but it's also a lot of the, like, dare I say, like, dirty work kind of stuff that a lot of people don't realize is what goes into making a publication.
I would say it takes four weeks maybe from start to finish. So we brainstorm, we assign stories, we interview, we edit, we put them on pages, we do more editing, we take them for prior approval. Yes, we do take them for prior approval from the administration.
It honestly starts with an idea. And that sounds cliche, but the way I pictured it's like a plant, like you plant a seed, you know, but before you do that, you even have to think to plant the seed.
So when we first start, we have a group brainstorming session where we write down every idea, and then we go through and we think, will this be relevant when the paper comes out? How far in advance are we planning? And we just make sure everything that we're writing is able to be written and published for the time.
So from there, we all pick stories. We set the deadlines. They set up the interviews themselves. They complete those interviews. They come back with questions and a bunch of notes that they can write their story with.
The editors and I sit with a staff writer and go over their pieces. And we always start out with something very positive about the writing and then give suggestions. But that isn't always easy, hearing someone criticize your writing, and it's not always easy to criticize someone's writing.
They'll hand them in for us, and we'll edit those stories and then talk over our edits with the writers.
We do like a basic read over it. That's more like making sure the grammar is fine, everything is like in AP style, and then we'll read through it again and just sort of make sure like the content makes sense with what the story was supposed to be and what else we're talking about in the paper. And then after that point, it goes to administration and they make any censorship things or legality things that they need to take out.
And then once it's perfect or as close to perfect as it'll be, we send them to press. And then a couple days later, we have the paper.
I think the most rewarding part is getting feedback, and it's actually driving to Wide ER from the press, getting the paper and like loading it into my trunk. Like, it's crazy to have the physical product that we've worked on for like over a month most times. And to see that there's so many different people that had a piece in this. You know, everyone wrote a story, everyone made edits, people's pictures, it's crazy. To have a physical product and then to get positive, I mean, and sometimes negative feedback about it. I mean, regardless of the feedback, it's just crazy to know that we did it and that we had the power to do this.
I think the Prowler has always been iconic. I think that it has a brand that is respected and loved. I think that brand has morphed a little bit, and maybe that's because I've changed a lot. Initially, the Prowler was a really sparse group of kids. There weren't a lot of kids on the Prowler staff. It has grown to be a full 50 kids in the course of a year, plus very loyal editors. I have always said, don't join the Prowler because you want to be a journalist. I mean, it's wonderful if you want to be a journalist. But be a part of this environment because you want to learn real life skills. You want to learn soft skills and people skills and organizational skills and leadership skills, skills that you can take into any other area, not just journalism.
I think that it's made me have a lot more people skills. Not that I was ever like super shy or anything, but just like approaching people and talking to them and like knowing how to ask certain questions.
As a freshman, I don't think I would be able to stand and talk in front of the whole class, and now here I am, editor-in-chief. So I think everything I learned I will carry throughout the rest of my life into my career.
Journalism is amazing because even if you take the class or you get into it and realize that this isn't what you want to do for the rest of your life, you've gained so many skills, like soft skills, that you can use for literally any other aspect of your life. Like the communications, the discipline, you know, being on time for things, deadlines, working with others, it's amazing. There's just so many different things that I've gained from this class.
We're all just there because we love writing and we love the Prowler.
The Prowler will be something I'm going to remember forever. Like, I'll tell my kids, I wrote for my school newspaper. It's probably my biggest high school memory, and it's something I'll never forget being a part of.
The Prowler is so, it's like huge. It takes up a really big place in my heart just because it's something that I've loved and it's something I want to do for the rest of my life. My ultimate goal is to use this and to use English, writing, whatever, to make a difference in the world, and the Prowler has given me a great foundation for that.